Hey, what's up YouTube? Triple Tapper here, bringing to you guys some Perfecta ammo review. I've seen a lot of videos out there, and as you know, one might expect with most things, you kind of either hate it or you love it, and then even some people are kind of like, eh. I'm going to give you guys my impression on Perfecta, and when I talk about, how I feel about it, I'm going to be including a couple of things. One, price, reliability, functionality, and availability, all those kind of things. And then even two, some various scenarios where I think it might kind of work well in. So as you can see here, I've got two different kinds. I've got the 45 auto and 9mm Luger. So I'm going to set the 45 aside here just a second, and let's see if we can let's not zoom it in. Whoops, let me zoom in a tiny bit on the Perfecta. So this is made in Italy. I don't know if you can see it kind of right there in the bottom. Let me see if we can get it up here. Yep, made in Italy. Okay, 115 grain, full metal jacket, brass casing, non-corrosive box primer. Alright, let's zoom back out here and see if we can't clear this up. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. Come on. Come on. The little ammo that could. It wants to come out, but it just won't. And I equate that again because I'm on camera. Ammo does not want to come out. I'm having to tear the whole damn box apart. Jeez Christ. Okay, so see how clear I can get this. There we go. Beautiful looking ammo here. Brass casing. This ammo is not very dirty. And what I mean by that is I've had some like aluminum casing or steel casing, and it's just dirty to handle in general. And I don't really appreciate that very much, because I can imagine if I'm just loading this in my weapon and I'm getting and after loading like my Beretta, one of my magazines will hold 20 rounds. If I load 20 rounds and my fingers are black, it kind of makes me think, what's it gonna kind of do to my gun? Now, as far as I'm concerned, this ammo, and I've been firing this ammo quite a bit. I mean, I go to Walmart and I pick this up for $9.78 a box. So that with tax, roughly, that works out to about 21 cents a round, which I've searched high and low on the internet, and I've seen some reloads and some other things, and they advertise it cheaper, but then of course once you get to the checkout and you say, hey, put in your zip code, and then they want to charge you $24 to ship it to you, it drives that that price up. Every now and again I had a buddy of mine at the local gun range tell me that he found somewhere and they were charging, it was like $7 flat rate shipping, and of course by the time I went there the deal was gone. So I mean, maybe you can find some better, but the particular indoor range that I am a member at, they do not allow steel casing or aluminum casing to be shot there. I'm not sure why. They don't say. They just say don't do it. I believe they try to sell the casings off, and maybe they're harder to sell. I have no idea. But for $9.78 a box, I'm pretty darn happy with this stuff. I have quite a few pistols calibered in 9mm. I believe I have 4. And the only one, and I talked about it in one of my other videos, the only one that's ever given me a problem is my Glock 43. Don't know why. I fired Perfecta, I fired some Winchesters, I fired some Federals, I fired some tool ammo, I fired a couple of different varieties of that, and it just, for whatever reason, just doesn't like it. My Beretta, my SIG, what else do I have? I can't think right now. But anyways, my point being was that all the other weapons that I have in 9mm do not have a problem with this ammo. And so, I mean, the really big issue for me on this is finding it. Like, for example, I went to one Walmart yesterday. They had 35 boxes. I bought all 35 boxes. I went to a different Walmart today. They had, I think, 15 boxes. I bought all 15 boxes. So, you know, it's pretty much hit or miss on this stuff. So whenever I see it, I buy it. And it works really, really, really well for me. So I try to keep, you know, a nice plethora of ammo and keep a nice supply. Because, I mean, this is probably the most common round that I shoot of all my weapons. Even my SIG P320, which has the conversion kit. I can convert it to a SIG, a 357 SIG, as well as a 9mm. Have my 9mm Beretta, my 9mm Glock. So, you know, really, really like the 9mm. And, you know, this works out to about 21 cents a round. And that's out the door tax, no problem. And there's no shipping because, like I said, I just go right up the street to the local Wally World and get it. So, I'm very pleased with the Perfecta. I've never had any kind of major failures. With the Glock mostly, the slide would kind of stay to the rear. One failure to extract. And then one kind of failure to feed. So I don't know if it's just the pistol. I'm going to send it off to Glock and see if they can help me diagnose and, you know, figure out what the hell's wrong with it. Because I haven't had that pistol, you know, too very long. So, and I've mentioned it in other videos, definitely not knocking Glocks. I've owned them in the past and they've all functioned flawlessly. So this bad boy here is 45 auto. So it's 200 and, let's get this in, 230 grain full metal jacket, same thing, brass casing, non-corrosive box primer, made in Italy. So let's take a look at some of the 45. This one, as you can see, is kind of half empty. I have loaded up my 45 with some rounds. So let's take a look at that. Look at that big old bullet, 230 grains. Wow, this is a monster. So again, with this, I just recently bought. You can take a look at it in one of my other videos. It is a 6-hour 1911 45 ACP. Absolutely cannot say enough about that weapon. It is phenomenal. It shoots dead on. The rounds feed perfectly. When I was at the gun range, when I bought it, I shot some, I believe it was Winchester, not a problem, but that was, I think, like 21 or 22 bucks a box. That's with my discount because I'm a member there. But this Perfecta is like 15 bucks a box at Walmart. So, I mean, you know, for the cost and like I said, I fired thousands of rounds of Perfecta ammo. And the only one weapon that I've had an issue with was that Glock 43. Now, I don't know if it was just, you know, maybe a bad model or a bad batch. I don't know, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it and I'll keep you all updated. But overall, I could not be more pleased with this ammo. 1, for the price, 2, for the reliability. It doesn't shoot really dirty, and it performs as it should. And these aren't reloads. These are factory new ammunition. And like I said, you just got to kind of watch Walmart and see when they have them in, and you know, you got to be prepared to, you know, maybe spend a couple of $100 if you want to get a good deal. And I love to save money. I also like to spend money, but however, I want to know that I'm getting a good deal, and I am very, very, very happy with the Perfecta ammo. So that's just my take on it, my opinion. As I said, I've seen some people that just, you know, have nightmare stories, but I mean, I guess that's with anything, you know. I mean, some people, you know, I mean, I drive a Lexus, I love it, but then some people may say, oh my God, I drove a Lexus once and the tire fell off. So I guess it, I don't think there's anything out there, whether it's a car, a gun, ammo, a phone, anything that's not going to have some issue at some point. I think the true testament of a product is how the manufacturer handles if you have a problem. So I'm going to see how Glock handles my issue. I'm going to be writing them a letter here shortly, and I will keep you guys posted. So thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything else you'd like for me to review, please leave it the comments down in the comment section, and I will do my best to get to it. Until then, Triple Tapper out, saying via con Dios.